Hey everyone, JC here, and I just want to say a huge thank you again. We just reached our second milestone here at JC Collins Racing. We hit 50 subscribers, and once again, I'm on cloud nine, and the channel is growing a lot faster than I thought it would be growing. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel, and just thank you to even if you're just coming through and just checking me out. I don't even have the words to say how happy I am and how excited I am for the channel. And as a warm thank you, I just thought that today I'd share with you all a race in Formula One 2020. Formula One 2020. I'm thinking of Formula One 2021 that isn't out yet, but stay tuned. That might be coming at this channel, so keep an eye out. Anyway, in honor of this weekend's upcoming Azerbaijan Grand Prix, I thought that I would do an Azerbaijan Grand Prix for you all. A short one, of course, but just as a way to say thank you and just kind of take you guys on board and just have a little fun. So let's get to it.
Well, it's nearly time to get today's Grand Prix underway. We've got a number of drivers in contention, but of course, only one can claim that coveted top step of the podium. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of Turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Stroll, Daniel Ricciardo, and Perez, Albon, Kvyat, Gasly, and Carlos Sainz, Ocon, Norris, Sebastian Vettel, and Leclerc, Magnussen, Russell, Romain Grosjean, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
All right, so we are here trackside at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I'm in Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, and as we saw in the lineup, I actually won pole position during qualifying, so I'm pretty excited about that, and I'm really hoping that I can maintain pole position throughout the entirety of this race. This is a really tough race. It is very, very easy to lose a front wing, and once you do that, your race is pretty much over, for lack of a better term. And seeing that this is a short one, it's going to be paramount that I just make sure that every brake zone, every corner is perfect. With that being said, the setup I have for the car is actually pretty solid. And I think is going to get the job done. So the last thing I just need to check here is the race strategy. And my race strategy looks pretty good. Going to start off on the soft tire. Thing is, though, that's the tire that I qualified in, and I'm in the top 10. Going to stick with that. And then going to finish out the remaining 8 laps on the medium compound tire. So that's looking pretty good. And in terms of fuel load, I'm at 32.2 kilograms. It's about 2 laps over the race, but I'm okay with that, even though it's a slight bit heavy. I'm okay with it in terms that it gives me a buffer if I have to do some crazy shifting or some crazy revs coming out of anything of the sort like that. So just want to make sure that I actually make it through the entire race. Okay, so I think I'm good with this. So let's choose that one. And with that being said, let's get this race started. Okay, here we go. Ooh, lights out. I was a bit late. But I think I can maintain it. Turn one. All right, survive turn one. I think we're good. Turn two. Okay, looking good so far. Let's hope we can maintain this throughout the entirety of the race. Ooh, that was close. It is so easy to lock up your brakes on this sim and on this track. And that's something that you really have to watch out for, especially if you're trying to trail brake. Which, by the way, using the Logitech G29 pedal set is very tough to do. Oh my goodness, there we go. Forgive me for...
All right, we're looking good so far.
That was sloppy, but still in front. Forgive me for being quiet. It's just really tough to talk and race at the same time. So forgive me if I have moments where I get pretty quiet. You know, I didn't believe a lot of sim racers at first before I began sim racing myself on how tough it was to actually talk and race. I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like it's that tough. But no, it's like one of the hardest things I ever had to do. So I am now in a group of sim racers who are always talking about how tough it is to race and talk at the same time. Oh, that was close. So far, so good. Hope I can just keep this up. I need to just settle into a groove. Alright. What are you all's thoughts on the Hamilton versus Verstappen rivalry this season? I mean, their rivalry has always been pretty tense, but this season it seems like it's just kicked up to 100, and I'm enjoying it, honestly. I'm Team Hamilton all day, but I will say this, to give Verstappen his respect, I think Verstappen has a good shot at the championship this season. I really do. Very talented guy. He's very competitive, very tenacious, and his car this season is just like lightning out there. Very fast. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out throughout the rest of the season. Also, sound off in the comments below as to
We're approaching the pit window.
as to what
We'll be
you
on
think
mediums.
the top 5 is going to look like for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Yeah, I said top 5 because you know what? It's easy. Everyone always takes. It's always easy to figure out who's going to be the winner or top 3. At least this season so far, you know, top 3 are typically been Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas. But you know, let's talk about the top 5. I want to know who you guys are going to think of me in the top 5, and I want to know the order, just to get an idea of where you all are thinking. I got to really think about that myself too, because I mean, of course, the top 3, I'm thinking of, you know, pretty much like I said, But the top 5, I really gotta think about that. I mentioned Voltas a second ago in the top 3. It really hurt my heart for Voltas at the Monaco Grand Prix when they just couldn't get his front right wheel off. That was just, I felt his hurt. I mean, being out of the race for something that wasn't even your fault that's one of the ultimate slaps in the face. Ultimate slaps in the face. Alright, we seem to be settling into a pretty good groove here now. Liking it. So far, green deltas. Let's keep it that way with every lap. That was not ideal. So one thing about sim racing, okay, that I love is that sim racing can literally be for everyone. You know, you don't have to be some all-star esports racer to hop in and enjoy
Green flag.
sim racing. You know, one thing, even though you got all, you can have the best gear, the best equipment, things of that nature, but if you're not having fun with it, what's the fun? You know, you have to remember to have fun. So when you get your sim gear, your equipment and everything, don't always think that you have to be on the level of a bunch of different sim racers that you follow on YouTube or that you watch their streams or even the esports guys. Because you know what, if you try to reach for that level and you're just starting out, you're not going to enjoy sim racing. You're not going to enjoy the sport. So you have to figure out what works for you. You know, what setup works for you. Definitely get tips from everyone to help you out. Ultimately, find what works for you. Don't get me wrong, make sure you push yourself. You always want to push yourself to be better. But you know, when you first starting out and you're like me, you have a Logitech G29 wheel and you know you don't have an all aluminum rig. You know, don't hop into.
We expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, don't expect to hop into, you know, your favorite sim or everyone else's favorite sim and expect to put it on the hardest level and go for it and be the champ. You know, it's not gonna work out that way. And if you think it's gonna work out that way, then you're in for a world of hurt and you're not going to enjoy it. You're gonna feel like you've wasted money, you've wasted time. But just remember that it's a process. I mean, in all honesty, right now, even with this race, I don't have the AI kicked all the way up to, you know, top notch. I don't have it all the way at the bottom either. I have it at a level that's comfortable for me, where, you know, most times it provides a challenge. Right now, it doesn't seem to be providing that much of a challenge. And knock on wood, I wish I could right now, but anyway. But yeah, so, but the point that I'm making is make sure you enjoy it. You know, when I initially started out with the SATA Corsa and the SATA Corsa Competition, I did not enjoy it because of the fact that I was trying my hardest to match, you know, people like Mike from Boosted Media and Sim Racing 604 and Sim Racing Garage. Like I was trying to you know, match those guys. Yorkie. I was trying to match all these guys who have all of this experience already, and here I am just starting out, and I didn't. So, you know, just take a tip from me to, it's okay to take a step back.
Let's get some heat into those
And
tires.
work your way up and do what you enjoy. Find enjoyment in sim racing before you start trying to shatter records and compete online and compete with the best. Work your way up. But always remember to have fun. Because if not, what's the point? Alright, that's what my soapbox talk. Now I'm going to focus on catching this person. Alright, I drop down to P4. Okay, so it's going to make it a bit more interesting for you all and actually see some competition here. Hopefully I don't lose any wings or anything. One thing about this sim is that the AI likes to brake check you quite a bit, and that's why I'm kind of hanging back. And I also realize that I can, as long as I stay within a second of this person, I can, you know, get them on the straights. So I'm going to just hold off until that point because I don't want to risk damaging my vehicle. I really don't. Especially, we have about 7 laps left. Yeah, plenty of time. Is that an AlphaTauri? Yeah, it's an AlphaTauri. Alright, here we go. Now I go for it. Just stay in a slipstream and go for it.
Valtteri is in for his stop.
DRS and take off. So remember that racing is just as much about patience as it is about speed and precision. You just gotta be patient. You just have to know the track and just wait it out. Wait for the opportune moment to pass. And I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes you may see an opening, but just because you see an opening doesn't mean you always need to take it at that moment. Especially in tight tracks like this one. It could be the death of me. Trust. One of the biggest things as well is just stay calm, you know. That can be a bit tough when you're behind, but if you stay calm, you can stay clear, you can stay focused, you can get on the throttle the way that you need to, and before you know it, you're catching up to people. Like right now, I'm at P3? Oh, P1. Well, look at that. Never mind. But I was going to make a point that if I were in P3 and I didn't see anyone ahead of me, I would still try my best to stay as calm as possible and just focus on racing the track and not racing other opponents. Race your time, because at that point, you get better at the track, you end up getting your apexes better, smoother, your inputs are smooth and control.
Okay, the gap behind is
The next thing you know, you're catching up there.
7.5 seconds.
Or you're right back in front. So it's a game of patience just as much as it is a game of strategy and precision and willpower. Oh boy, my goodness. Woo! That was close. And that's where concentration is. Oh, here we go again. Lost concentration for a second. I started daydreaming, which is not good. I was daydreaming at the fact that earlier, I think I said Mike from Boosted Media. And that is completely incorrect. His name is Will. And Will, I am completely sorry that I called you Mike. guys. Hopefully we'll just bear with me. Like I said, I tend to mess things up because I'm trying to race here. Talking and racing is it's not easy to do. So I'm probably gonna botch a few things as I'm talking. And I have to tell you, this ButtKicker is really, really making this experience so much more immersive than what it would have been of just being only inside of the Playseat challenge. It's just adding a completely new dynamic. I'm feeling all of the shifts.
We're leading our teammate by 13.0 seconds.
Okay. I'm feeling all of the shifts, all of the tire slides, all of the road. Engine vibration is just, this thing is amazing. If you haven't already, go check out my review of the ButtKicker video. I mean, of the ButtKicker Gamer 2. It should be popping up somewhere around my head right about now. But yeah, it was a pretty good video explaining what the ButtKicker Gamer 2 is, and it was my initial experience with it, as well as just kind of breaking down what it does and how it can be used effectively within sim racing as well as other sim titles. You just can't go wrong with this thing. I mean, it just adds a completely new dynamic and level of immersion to the experience here. So highly recommend getting one. And they're not very expensive either. So definitely check out that video. Where I talk about that. All right, we're on lap 9, coming up on lap 10 here, so we got about 3 more laps left. Really hoping that you all are enjoying this race as much as I
We
am.
have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I missed my brake zone a little bit. Okay, was able to save it. Oh, missed my brake zone there too. Got to get back in it. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm really hoping that you all are enjoying this one as much as I am enjoying sharing it with you all. And once again, I'm just really, really, really thankful that we hit 50 subscribers here. And when I first started the channel, I honestly didn't have any expectations of the channel growing as quickly as it is. And, that's all due to you all. And I just want to thank you yet again. And I really want to thank my wife. She was she's my biggest supporter and the main driving force behind all of this. And she was saying that, hey, you should really do this. You're really passionate about it. Why not? And I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And here we are now, after a few months, 50 subscribers, it's blowing me away. It's blowing me away. Oh, whoa, let's not do that. Let's not do that again. Got a good
Right,
thing
some
going.
information on Ricardo. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Okay. Daniel Ricciardo is going to be slow. Going rather smoothly. I just pray that it continues to go smoothly. Close to the wall there, buddy. Running low on battery power. Maybe I should hold off. Yeah. I'm just gonna focus on maintaining pace versus trying to beat my lap times at this point. As it is a race, the goal is to actually win the race. I'm not in a time trial. Oh. guys on the other side of the track. What am I doing? Oh, there we go.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I think I need to use more fuel. But then again, like I said, I'm just trying to maintain versus break a lap record. I think I'll be alright. I gotta tell you, even though the Logitech G29 doesn't have a lot of, you know, it's not really high up on the torque chart, but if you dial in your settings correctly to actually feel everything versus just having it as strong to the go and you're clipping everywhere, this wheel actually does a number on your shoulders. I mean, it's nowhere near as powerful as a Fanatec DD1 or SimuQ Pro or anything like that, but I mean, it'll work your shoulders out. It'll give you just enough feedback to fill it.
Gap to teammate behind is 19.6 seconds.
19.6 now. You know, I don't know if I'm just having a good race here or what, but, well, apparently I'm having a good race, but typically the AI is a lot closer than what they are now. So I don't know, maybe I'm just, you know, I don't have the AI on easy by any stretch of the means. I don't have it on extremely hard either, but typically with the level that I have it on medium level, by the way, if anyone's like really wondering, because that's what's comfortable for me right now. That's where my skill level is, and hey, I'm still growing, so I'm proud of that. Anyway, the race is typically a lot closer. I don't know if it's because I'm, you know, feeding off of you all's energy and the 50 subscribers that I'm just like breaking, you know, just breaking my levels here, breaking my limits. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm breaking my limits on that corner, but that was horrible. How many laps? Okay, coming up on the final lap here.
This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap, let's get it. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention to too many things right now.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
No, let's go rich. Why? No, 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 no. You're kidding me, right? Come on, come on, come on. Ugh. Why? You're kidding me. The final lap. All right. You are kidding me. Oh my goodness. How is it that the final lap I ended up just losing it? Jeez. Oh, and I can't turn a lick. My wing is completely gone. Oh, can I maintain it? Can I maintain it? Oh, Verstappen is caught up. He's on my gearbox. This is insane. This is insane. All right, I'm gonna get quiet and focus in. Come on, Verstappen. Oh, you are kidding me.
Let me know you're all right.
Oh my goodness. That was terrible. Okay, well, hope you all really enjoyed that. I can't believe that just happened. All of that, and then right on the last lap, I lose it. Wow. That's on me. I was trying to do too much. I should have just stuck with what I said I was going to do, which is maintain instead of trying to mess with the fuel levels and things of that nature. I'm in disbelief. Anyway, I hope that's not indicative of how this weekend's race is going to go. I really hope that you all enjoyed this one. I just want to say thank you again for the 50 subscribers. Oh man, I am like really in awe that happened. Anyway, okay, thanks again for watching. I really hope that you all enjoyed the content. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment. If you didn't, hey, give a thumbs down and let me know why you didn't enjoy it. And that way it'll help me improve and it'll help the channel grow. If you're new here, I hope that you like it, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that we can get the most up-to-date videos. And with that, you all, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.